Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Standing atop the old Barrow Hall, Cass looked out over Barrowton, her father's seat once and now hers, and with the titles and lands that she had gotten came the issues as well. For once there were the Ironborn, faithless dogs who made even the First Men look like the High Septon in comparison. These savages who were once enemies of Andalia now bordered her and her lands, and some First Men lords now ruled lands next to hers. What had the Queen been thinking? A part of her thought that the lands known as the Rills should have been granted to her or one of her brethren. The Queen's bastard brother, the Racks, and those old god worshippers who seemed to be held in ridiculous high regard had all received new lands and titles, but not her house, even when they had the opportunity. Perhaps it was for peace, but it certainly could have helped, especially if it had been given to the one man she saw as her biggest problem. Leaving the Outlook, she made her way back inside the Solar, the wood slightly creaking under her steps as she walked. She thought about her cousin. Byam Firehand was a natural leader and had shown that in the war against the Squids. That was what worried her. She had often heard talks and rumours of plots planning to replace her with him. Her spies kept her well informed about these rumours. Why? Why should it be him? Because he had a little cock between his legs? Did that really make him all so great? No, she shouldn't let that stand. Taking a seat, she began looking through the reports on her desk. She opened them in a methodical way, writing down what was important and then disposing of them. Finally, she reached one from the Silver Eye Court, one that had been sealed with the stamp of a white hand. That was a sign of something worrying, a system that could be attributed to her father. Opening the letter, she read it, and her eyes went wide. It read, "Lady Firehand, Lord Silverhigh has talked ill of your father and is heard to have said that his death was far too late for the people of the farthest field. His words were that you are just as cruel and that his own house deserved greater than to serve under such. As well, I saw your cousin Byam speak with him on his return from campaign. I do not know what it was about." Signed, the Hand of Silverspear. So it seemed that as soon as her father had passed, they had forgotten his nickname. It was one that he didn't deserve, merely for doing what was right and protecting the realm. She would show this Silver Eye that she would be just and make sure he stayed loyal. She gave a loud shout. "Guards, both of you in here, now!" The door was quickly opened. 2 guards entered the room. They bowed and one spoke up. "How can we be of Spare your pleasantries," she said in a sharp tone and raised her hand. "You two listen carefully. I want you to send ravens to the Aldermans and Richards and every other house sworn to me. Tell them that Lord Silvereye is a traitor and a craven. Bring this letter to the Maester and quickly. I want the news spread immediately. As well, you should take a group of men to arrest Lord Silvereye and quickly. Understood?" The 2 guards exchanged a look before turning back towards her and nodding. One spoke again. "Is that... I didn't ask for your opinion, so could you please shut your mouth and do as I command? Hopefully your sword is more useful than that mouth. Do not fail me. If I have to dress in mail and drag that fat old lord out of his own keep myself, then I will gladly do so. It's been far too boring without any proper fights. Not like you two would offer me any good ones. I should rather have my sisters guarding me if you fail. They actually have their wits about them." She raised an eyebrow as the 2 looked at her, confusion mixed with their many different emotions. "Well, why are you two still standing there like statues? You have something to do, so piss off and do it." The 2 guards hurried away, almost stumbling over one another as they both tried to exit the narrow door together as Cass relaxed back in her chair. The Ironborn, her cousin, the savages of the north, and now this treacherous lord. Great. It seemed that she was surrounded by men who were nothing but liars and cravens and savages. 7 curse them all if they think they shall keep her down, however. Hello everyone and welcome back to the huge kingdom of Andalia now, as the Iron Islands are now subjugated under our rule to stop them from raiding and pillaging our lands, as well as Flint's Finger and the Rills. We are just waiting for this claim on this trident strip of land here, so that we can press our claims for that, Harroway's Town, and Kinnet, all in one go, completing the southern border of Andalia. But it's taking so long to get that claim. Hopefully we can get it this episode. Until then, though, we are just going to try to have some peace and prosperity with Queen Lyanna, who's now 31. We do have our son and heir as well now, young Prince Lister, who's only 1 year old. So I don't know how he's going to develop. As long as he doesn't die, it doesn't matter, as long as we can finally have a king. I have sorted out some lands and titles that needed sorting, so we'll go over those. I have given the Rills back to their rightful owners of the House of Riswell, so he is the new High Lord of this area. Well, actually, I don't know where the High Lordship is. For some reason we couldn't create it, so I don't know if his and one of his family members still have it, but that could be the reason. And then in Real World Crossing, I gave it back to the rightful rulers of House Blametree, and this guy's a giant, which is pretty cool. And then in Withered Hearth, I granted the lands to the custom character Lord Kristen Creed. So yeah, we've got a new lord here. The Creeds have been around for a little while now. So that's all the northern area lands. Obviously, we had Benfrey Highstar, who now is the Lord of Flint's Finger, with Lord Orson, and then this random Greyjoy underneath him. The neck is all back how it used to be. We've got the Reeds, the Fens, the Marshes, and the Blackmires all back in their rightful lands. The Iron Islands are all still ruled by Iron Islanders. We'll see how they behave first, and if we need to subjugate them a little bit more and put Andal rulers in charge in the island to get them to behave better, then we will do that, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We all know they are probably going to try and rebel at some point, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, like I said, for now, and give them a chance. Further down, do we have any more around here? I don't think any more of these are just yet. We have the new houses of House Stoke underneath House Blackwood, as well as House Brine. And then the Blackwoods, of course, theirself. Then I've given back the land of Chiltern to Willowwood, as it should be. So in Chiltern, we now have the Starks of Chiltern, which is a new Stark branch, which will be interesting to see how they get on, as the Starks in the north have almost died out. And then in Darkmoor, we have House Sweetblood, and this is Lord Rhaegar Snow, who is the son of Piers Snow. So he now has his own lands and own house. We've gone with the Lancer sigil with the red colour of House Sevenstar for his sigil. I think that was pretty much everything that needed sorting out down here. So yeah, also Lord Corbury is now the High Lord of 2 High Lordships, so he's got a lot of power. And somebody did say that he reminds them a little bit of Littlefinger, and I can see that. I can really see that, and I don't know how I didn't see it before. He is, yeah, he's everybody's friend. He's very clever, very good with coin, and very, very sneaky behind everyone's back. So yeah, he's definitely one that we need to watch out for in the future. So let's unpause now that I've explained the new changes. Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted the lordship of Volmart to Lord Volmart. Yeah, I just gave those lands back. Who's upset anyway? Gilbert Erenstar and Hilario Snow, or they can both go fuck themselves. Well, I'm going to give, of course I'm going to give all of the Crannog men their lands back. We want loyal vassals, and if we go in our council, you can actually see our council, everybody but Peter, who for whatever reason isn't, the rest are all full-on crown loyalists. Honoured Queen, do not speak to me of obligations and duties. I may be your vassal, but that does not make me your slave. I am well within my right to associate with whichever factions I like. Okay, but yeah, all our council are complete loyalists. If we go into the factions, we've got a couple of factions. We've got Master Byra Erenstar for Andalia, so it looks like Tytos' son and heir is plotting. We've got an independence faction with the Ironborn, no surprises there. And then our crown loyalists is insane, 253%. Yeah, literally everybody is in this. There's even a couple of Ironborn in there. We've got the Volmark in there, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that is ridiculous how many men are in it. 72,321 men in the Crown Loyalists faction, which is insane. So yeah, we're going to let things forward along nicely. Storm King Boris of the Stormlands has declared second Stormlander Cape Raft de Jour war. Okay. We will be going to war with the Stormlands at some point. Deanna Redguard has had justice and injustice in the north added to their treasury. So we just want to forward things along. We'll probably get some nice decisions that we can make. The wars between the great powers of Andalia have subsided for now. We've become celibate, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest. We can search for a smith, take out a loan. The war has ended. Do you wish to reappoint the old council? Yes. Is there anything else that we could do? There's not much we could do. We could hold a feast to celebrate. Let's do that. All my vassals will be there. Lyanna likes to hold her feasts. All our council are doing as they should, which is good. We just need to forward time along, hopefully get another son, let Lister age up, wait for that claim. It's this claim on the Trident that we're waiting for most. The best part about preparing for a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. We'll spend lavishly. We've got the money. We want to celebrate the birth of Lister and the successful campaign in the islands. Lord Alec the Reluctant ransomed somebody, okay. Most of the preparations for the feast have been made, now I need to send out the invitations. The upcoming feast has attracted the attention of a young Sarnori named Nyan Chinwala. This man is currently on tour of the cities and lands of the region and would like to attend your feast while he's in Sevensport. Yes, of course, he is more than welcome to attend. We still have the crossing as well, which we haven't given away, we're keeping it to ourselves. I may make that an heir seat and give that to Lister as he becomes of age, if Lyanna is still alive. The conjurer produced a rabbit from a hat and then made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and then he simply vanished from the room, only to knock on the door and open it a few seconds later. You must perform at my feast. We lose 35 gold, but that's going to make people happy, hopefully, which is the main thing. We've got a ton of prestige as well, which is very nice. Just need this freaking claim, and the Brackenlands are independent. The Westerlands will probably take advantage of that. We don't want to go below the Red Fork though, so we'll leave them to themselves. The guests have finally arrived in Sevensport. They have been given bread and salt as is their guest right. All is now ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing food. Our stocks of lysine sweet red have been replenished, and the palace has never looked lovelier. Welcome to my feast. Terissa of Blackholme has used her attendance at the feast in Sevensport to present a petition for justice before the court. She claims that Edwin Coldwater made an attempt on the life of one of her kinsmen and demands that he is brought to justice. Okay. Terissa of Blackholme, you're not really anyone important, so she's not guilty. We lose 100 prestige though. Or we can imprison her. Not guilty. Do I have to abide by laws and rules? My whim sounds more interesting. I've gained the arbitrary trait. Okay, interesting. Lord Belgrave Rook has used the attendance of the feast in Sevensport to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims that raiders under the command of Lady Zossa Harlaw have been raiding and looting his lands and demands just recompense for this molestation of his domain. Lady Zosh, I will order her to pay recompense. This would have been before we took over the lands, so they won't raid you anymore. Some of my guests did not seem satisfied with the food, but I did not think any of them would have spoken loud. Awin Viperin, if you don't have something nice to say, then shut up. Yeah, shut up, you bitch. Lady Cass Firehand has used the attendance of the feast in Sevensport to present a petition for justice before the court. She claims that raiders under the command of Lord Earl Irontide have been raiding and looting her lands and domains, just recompense for the molestation of her domain. Yep, I'll get them to pay recompense. Lord Grafton as well, he says that the Irontides will recompense. As the feast begins, Lord John Farwind presented a petition before the court. He says that the crime and banditry in Sealskin Point is an increasing threat and that the local sheriffs cannot contain the problem. He petitions that you send men and coin to eradicate the menace plaguing the area. Fine, I will send Pia to deal with this problem. Get the Iron Islands under our control. Master of Coin, Sir Byram, noticed Lord Alec had drunk too much Fine Arbor gold and tried to dissuade him to drink any more when Lord Alec threw up on Sir Byram's shoes. What a foul smell. Pia organised a group of men to tackle the bandits and rogues in Sealskin Point. She successfully captured, or killed many prominent criminals and publicly hanged them as an example to the others. The problem has now been stamped out and Lord John is satisfied. Good work. That's going to improve his opinion of us, which is good. We want to improve the relations with the Ironborn. A raven has arrived from the Citadel. We should rejoice as winter is coming to an end. Perfect. Great news. Very good news. Just waiting for that claim, but until then we'll have peace. We can't have any tourneys or such because you can only have them every 10 years. We could search for a smith. Why not? And build some more stuff. Let's build some more armor and weapons. A weaponsmith to forge me a deadly weapon. Let's forge something that isn't a sword. Why not? Obviously have our Valyrian steel sword, but why not forge something different? I would like to invite you to join me in a small gathering of friends. Of course, Benfrey, I will join. Of course, I'd love to be there. I'd love to attend. It is warming as winter comes to an end in Sevensport. Okay, brilliant news. So, yeah, we're waiting, really, for that smith. We're waiting for that claim. Queen Lyanna, after listening to the advice of a group of my bannermen, led by Lord Agamor Hardsteel of Wickham, I hereby enact a series of laws empowering my council to act and vote on matters pertaining the governments of the High Lordship of Willowood. Okay, so you've just signed away a lot of your rights, Lord Seymour. Bit of a silly thing to do, but you are called the Unready for a reason, I suppose. My Master-at-Arms, Piers Sweetblood, has told me about a remarkable weaponsmith residing in the Cape of Eagle. She suggested that I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself. If he manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. A fine idea, Marshal Peer. No, go away with your dragon riders. What are the West up to at present? Oh, okay, something just kicked off literally as I said that. Once the weaponsmith's craftsmanship has been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself as Master Cregan and gestured towards the numerous assistants who all carried examples of his work. Does my queen have anything special in mind? Let's go for an axe. Why not? An axe, I see, an excellent choice, my queen, says Master Cregan, and calls forward the assistant, cradling 3 axes in his arms. I have 3 examples of different quality levels here. One must determine what one needs and what one is willing to pay. However, they would all serve your highness well. I'm in no need of frills. Craft me something effective. Yes, we'll go for the most expensive. Gives us personal combat as well. Who are the Brackens at war with? Your Grace. News from Grandport. I don't care. Let's have a look. Who are you at war with? Brackens? Defending against High King Willard of the Westland. Ah, so yes, it didn't take long for the Westlands to decide to try and claim the Bracken lands. This is why we need to get this land quickly before it's too late. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the land hasn't got involved, which is interesting. We need this claim desperately. We really need to go to war for this. Scylla Steelheart died of depression at age 52. Byra Erenstar brought a favour from Rosalind Wallbridge. And I'm surely with child. My husband will be pleased. I bet he'll be paranoid, as always, but at least we've got another chance of having a son. Lyanna's probably still got another 10 years, maybe just less of childbearing, so hopefully we can get a few more children. Your Grace, Queen Lyanna, Southstone is under attack from the Westerlands and in need of aid. I'm not going to get involved, I'm sorry. We'll let the Westerlands take you. Queen Lyanna the Kingslayer has inherited Lordship of Sevensguard and other titles from Sir Bellis the Late. Okay, so Sir Bellis Redguard has died of severe stress. He does have a son, Sir Madden. So there are still some Redguards around. You, my friend, I'm going to grant you the Lordship of Sevensguard, as the Redguards should always have that seat. So there we go. Perfect. I didn't realise there was still a male Redguard around. Some of your kin are unhappy. I don't care. It's only Hilario. He's doing my head in, to be honest. Complaining all the time. I don't want to give any more land to our bastard siblings, not after last time. Bea Anvil died of grayscale, and Ushanora Shycross was stillborn, and that's actually a child of Damien. Wow, he's still making children. Oh, he's only 48. His wife's 31. He must have a new wife. That's a shame, though. Stillborns are always sad to see in the game. I really hope that ours isn't another stillborn. I really hope we get another son. That would be awesome. At age 59, your acquaintance, Captain Owen of the Wolfpack, died in battle against the forces of Storm King Boris of the Stormlands. That's something we've not done yet. We could form our own mercenary band. That would be pretty cool to do. I don't know who we'd get to put in charge of it, and our money's just gone up a load, which is ridiculous considering how much we have actually spent of late. Finally, the axe has been completed. Master Cregan has brought me a sturdy box which contains the item. My hands are shaking slightly as I open the lid. This is excellent. We get a battle axe added to our treasury. I've arrived at the private rooms of Lord Benfrey II. There's plenty of food and drink here, and the mood is decidedly merry. I'm looking forward to this. Right, let's have a look at our new battle axe then. In our treasury, which is full to the brim of stuff. It's called the Battle Axe of Queen Lyanna, but yeah, at least we've got something new in there, another weapon now. We could give it out to somebody at some point, who knows. Lord Benfrey brought out the board in pieces and suggests that we play a few rounds to determine who is the better strategist. Well, obviously him. He insists we play for money. Very well, let's play. We played for hours, the tides of fortune ebbing and flowing as I tried to attack my opponent's positions without opening my defences too much. Eventually, however, I made a fatal mistake that my opponent exploited and I lost the game. I will get you next time, Benfrey. Yes, Benfrey, we'll get you next time. Oscar Greenstar has had the stranger removed from their treasury. He died under suspicious circumstances. Okay, so I wonder who murdered him. He does have a son, though, Lord John of Moonsgrave, who's inherited the Greenstar hair lip that everyone seems to get, but at least he's still got the sword. I wonder who's murdered you. There seems to be a lot of murdering and such going on as of late. It's in Danny's Corbett. Oh, no, it's not. You're actually under Lady Belmore, aren't you, the Greenstar, actually, thinking about it. I wonder, I think some of our children may be old enough to get Grey Plague has broken out in Silverspear. Okay, well, that's not good. So we've actually got... Oh, God, that is not good at all. That's right next door to Sevensport. We don't want that spreading. We really do not want that spreading. That's not good. I was also looking at religions, and I didn't realise that this area of Flint's Finger is already Faith of the Seven, which is nice. The rest is still Old God, and this is also Andal Northman, which didn't take long at all. And some of the Crannog men have actually converted to Andal Northman as well now, which is interesting. We do, I think, need to sort out some guardianships for some of our children. So let's have a look. Princess Kyra of Andalia is under Benfrey. That's fine. Princess Violet, she's got the Faith, Focus, and Learning. Let's get you a different guardian then, if possible. Dear half-sister, blessing on you and your house. I've been appointed as your regent. Perfect, so we're about to have our child, it would seem. Let's assign a guardian for you. We want someone with very good learning. Maynard Greystark, but that might not be good if you're doing Faith. Let's send you, let's send you to the Septon. Perfect. Princess Jonquil, she's very good in diplomacy, so let's give you to someone with exceptional diplomacy. Let's send you to Benfrey, why not? Yes. And then Princess Rennie, good in learning. She's not really developed yet. We'll leave you till you get to 6. And Lister's not really developed yet either. He's got 1 in diplomacy, stewardship, and learning. Let's see what this child's going to be. Please, another son. Another son would be really nice. Please don't be stillborn, though. It'd be really good to get a second son, just so we've got a spare, an heir and a spare. Lord Samuel is voted a slightly levy-focused church obligations. Okay. Come on, please, a son. Should pop up any second now. Shut the gates. Yes, we will shut the gates. If we've got the Grey Plague spreading, we do not want that spreading at all in our land. So, yeah, let's shut the gates immediately. Some commoners have already gathered outside as your guards start closing the gate. A decisive thump silenced the curious chatter coming from the other side. It hasn't spread to us yet, has it? No, but it has spread now into the Josso lands as well, which is not good. That's not good at all. How many characters are going to die from this? I imagine it will cause a lot of death. How does it spring up in Silverspear of all places? Trebuchets have been built in the Wolf's-Den. Good. At the age of 38, your courtier Saladon Mo Aga died of poor health. He has got a son, though, Belso Mo Aga. So the family does carry on through him. In the Lysini trade port of Sevensport, we're going to have a child born now under the plague, which is not good. The regency of Queen Lyanna has ended. Please, please, please don't be stillborn. Please be a son. And it's a daughter. Of course it's a daughter. What was we expecting? We've had our one son. We need a name for you. What have we got so far? We've got Kyra, Violet, Jonquil, Rennie. What name haven't we used yet? Let's go for a random name. Maybe we could go for a slightly northern name, maybe. Cersei. No way. Bella, Bethany, Melissa, Emma, Winifred. Oh, no. Cass, Aline, Brinny, Serena, Adara. God, some of these names are awful. Lollis. No way. Not after Lollis Stokeworth. Yeah, Alice, why not? We've not had an Alice Sevenstar for a while, so that'll do. My God, so that's 6 daughters. No, 5 daughters and 1 son. 2 stillborn sons, because we're just incredibly unlucky. And I've just noticed that our husband didn't actually get suspicious that time, which is pretty interesting. Another thing that I forgot is that we actually do own Bear Island now as well. Grave news, your grace. Grey Plague has broken out in Sevensport. Oh, great. Perfect. So it's managed to actually get here, even though we've shut the gates, which is not good. We could go to the war with a storm. What the hell? Why do we have a Yeti Storm Queen? What the... Oh my God, what the hell? 1 years old. And she's got a... Okay, let's... You know what? She's probably going to be pretty weak. So we could go for Harroway's Town and Kinnet. I may do that. At least then we can gain them before the Westerlands do. Because they are now both bordering the Westerlands. We're just going to have to wait for this Trident land, unfortunately. Let's do it. Let's press the claims and rally the troops and try and get these before it's too late. Let's call upon men. Oh my god, we've now got 106,000 men. That is insane. And who is the army of you at war with? You are attacking Lord Royce the Bewitched. Okay. So the Stormlands are already at war as well, which is perfect. That works perfect. Wow, we don't get a lot of men from the Iron Islands. They absolutely hate us, which is to be expected, isn't it, to be honest? Let's be perfectly honest. Right, all you guys, can you meet up in Willowwood? Because it's got a very good supply line. Why are you going to go that way? Can you not go round instead? Or at least go round that way? Yeah, do that. We don't want to march through that army because you're going to get a huge penalty. We'll disband the armies on the sisters. We're not going to need them. And all our northern armies, can you meet up in? Where have we got the best supply line? Sevensport will probably have a good enough. 45,000. What about the crossing? 44,000. Yeah, you may as well meet up in the crossing then, hadn't you? We'll disband that army on Bear Island. No need to use it. Wow, 11,000 men from the Grey Cliffs. That's the strongest army we've ever had from the Grey Cliffs. And let's disband all the Iron Island armies. We're not going to need them either. And I've just realised we've got this petty bit of land that I need to get rid of down here. So let's forward things along quickly so that we can get all our troops together. A lot of the Iron Islands have decided they don't want to get involved. Wow, okay. Lord Cormond of Silverspear has declared war against the tyranny of Lady Cass of the Father's Field on Lady Cass of the Father's Field. Can we get you to end this war? We can command you to. We can try. And you have obeyed. Good. You've got grayscale. Don't go around spreading it, pal. My cousin, Lady Cass Firehand, has tried to have Lord Cormond Silvereye of Silverspear arrested, but failed to apprehend him. Lord Cormond has now raised his banners in rebellion. Yes, Andalia is at war. Mistlewood has not got involved. Mistlewood never, ever seems to get involved lately. Lord Weimer of Longsister decided to exile Ramsay to the Night's Watch, whoever he is. I don't even know who that is. And he's done it to a lot of people by the looks of it. Lord Royce the Bewitched accepted Storm Queen Sarissa of the Stormlands peace offer. Why does Mistlewood never get involved? News from Highgarden that I do not care about, so I don't want to know. Yeah, Pike has stayed independent. Great Wick has stayed independent. Well, stayed out of the war. That, let's be honest, it's no big surprise, is it? To be fair. We've just got to get our armies together now down in the south so that we can try and take this land. At the age of 35, your bannerman, Lord Danes of Crow's Baron, died of severe stress. Lord Danes Steelheart, he left behind his son, though, Lord Owen Steelheart, who's not too bad, actually. Quite good at diplomacy, a skilled fighter, homosexual, content, charitable. Yeah, he's not too bad. Decent lord. He's married to a Hooten. They've already got a daughter. Fair play. Not bad, and they seem to have avoided the dwarf trait again. That seems to strike out at the Steelhearts a lot. Having a curvier body might have been fun at first, but now I have become the laughingstock of the whole court. No decent dress fits me, and every child in Sevensport sings songs about the thunderous thighs and gigantic belly of their queen. I need a diet. Yeah, let's go on a diet then. A wandering warrior has requested an audience. It appears as if the entire court is abuzz with stories of his exploits. This Roderick, the Hammer of the Dornish, is seemingly of great renown. He wishes to swear fealty to me, having heard of my relation, the legendary Aengus Sevenstar. I truly am blessed by my blood. So let's have a look at you, Sir Roderick, the Hammer of the Dornish. My god, you are very impressive. A brilliant commander, cavalry leader, leads from the rear, unyielding, aggressive leader, holy warrior, brawny, scarred, formidable fighter, knight, temperate, lustful, and honourable. Fantastic. Yes, I'll definitely take you on board. If anyone wants to think of a cool house name and sigil for this guy, then please feel free to go ahead. He's Andal Northman, apparently, so I don't know how he's the Hammer of the Dornish. What the hell has he been doing all the way down in Dawn? Right, our troops have nearly amassed together, which is perfect. We've got 18,000 here. Can we march these 18,000 maybe? Oh, Torald of the Drowned God Uprising has declared Drowned God revolt against Queen Lyanna. Okay, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we? Drowned God rebels have risen up in Lordsport, led by a militant drowned man. If not swiftly crushed, the revolt could spread like wildfire. Andalia is at a state of, well, yeah, they went under their obligations. How strong is it? 100 men. Really? 100 men? Okay, we'll call up our Volmark army of 1,300 men. Is there any more men here at Harlaw? 377. We'll get the Iron Island Volmark, who seem to be quite loyal. We could always make them the Lord Paramounts when we do that, if they're fairly loyal to the crown. Seem to be quite happy with Andalian rule. let's move these 30,000 under the control of Benfrey Highstar on to Harroway's Town. Then when the rest of the army gather, they can march on to Kinnet. You know what? We'll march these 5,000 here, actually, under the control of Darnell Crownless, round onto Kinnet, which has a Dondarian in charge, which will be interesting to have a Dondarian in the Kingdom of Andalia. Battle of Lord Harroway's Town. Perfect. At the age of 54, your acquaintance, Tytos, died under suspicious circumstances. He had cancer anyway, so he's probably going to die. And your bannerman, Lord Cormand, Silverspear, has died of the Grey Plague. He did have a son, though, so the Silverspear line continues. One child lacking an education focus. Lyanna Sevenstar. Our nephew. What are you good at? You're pretty good at stewardship. Pretty good at learning. Let's go for the duty focus, then. These 17,000 men here, can you also march on to Kinnet? You can help take that, splitting our army in two. The Andal Northmen armies probably ain't even going to get down south. This, oh my god, lag. Such bad lag. That's the only problem with this save file now, guys. Let's combine them together. Go and take out that revolt, which is very pathetic, to be honest. And Rhea Crownless, who is married to Sir Harbert Josso, has died of the Grey Plague, so it does seem to be spreading quite bad, which is very worrying. Oh, we have a bad supply line here as well, so let's go straight for the assault and get it under control. Siege of Harroway's Town, a victory. Perfect. Maynard Greystark has had the life of Triarch Bellico added to their treasury. Why he'd want that, I have no idea. 18,000 men gathering up there, which is crazy. Siege of Lord Harroway's Town, a great victory. Perfect. Can we assault again? And one more time to get that completely under our control. There we go, very nice. Siege of Inn at the Crossroads. Oh, we get the Inn of the Crossroads as well, which is nice. That's a nice addition. We'll wait for the rest of the army to arrive to Darnell Crownless before we go for that assault. Okay, so the 17,000 here have almost joined up with the army in Kinnet, so we can get that completely under siege. This army here, what should we do with you? Where should we march you onto next? What's got a good supply limit? Darry has a decent supply limit. We should probably... What's the supply limit in the Red Fort? 24,000. Let's split this army in half. 14,000 led by Murraybold Rack will march onto the Red Fork. The other 14,000 led by Benfrey will march onto Darry. Kinnet's probably not going to have a good enough supply line. No, 15,000. So we are going to have to split that army in half. We're still waiting for the rest to come down from the north. Probably not going to need them. We probably don't need to march them so far south. Lord Jared of Heartshire has declared Lord Jared of Heartshire's war for Tumbleton. My god, it's another Jogus Nye, which is so annoying. I don't know what this random Viperin army is doing. We could go and attack them once we get the Red Fork under siege, which is going to be pretty easy. They're pretty poorly defended. There we go, straight under siege. Can we go for an assault again? Let's just get it completely under our control. At the age of 47, your acquaintance Otho died under suspicious circumstances. Siege of Waterford. Can we attempt an assault here? Just to improve the supply limit. Perfect. And again. This could be a pretty easy war. We need to actually meet them in the field, though. That's the only problem now. Where's that army now? Let's march back onto that revolt. We're going to actually march down into the Stormlands to get some war score that way. Let's march onto the Blue Fork with this army. You've completely got that under control, so can you march onto the Blue Fork? How is the Siege of Darry doing? Oh, wow, Darry's very poorly defended as well. And with Benfrey Lancer in charge, we've got nothing to worry about there. The Castle of Darry has fallen. Aga Drayjoy has had a Valyrian dagger removed from their treasury. Oh, he's dead. Perfect. And his son, Lord Reva Ofgar of Pike. Maybe we can get him more on side. Let's send him a nice gift to try and get him on side. Let's see if we can improve relations with him. Darry should be pretty easy. Attempting assault again. Completely under our control. Oh, wow. Yeah, everything here is so poorly defended. Wilbert Josso died of the Grey Plague. So Greyscale is really hitting hard by the looks of it. Let's assault the Blue Fork. And we'll go for another assault, which is pretty easy. Your Grace, I would like to politely remind you of the money that we owe House Harlow, apparently. We'll pay it just because we've got shit tons of gold, so why not? And we're with Child again. My god, Lyanna, you do not mess around. It's like a child or two every episode. It's ridiculous. Grave news, your Grace. Grey Plague has broken out in the Crossfort. My god, that is spreading literally like wildfire, isn't it? Yeah, it's fully spread. It's spreading to the north. It's coming all the way down the causeway as well, which is not good. Why have I put that up? Let's merge these together and split in half. Let's send 17,000 to the Northlands. The other 17,000 onto Seaguard, just to split these armies up a bit. And we're at 100% now in this war, so let's offer peace and force demands. Perfect. And can we send you to the Night's Watch? We do like to send people to the Night's Watch. We can't do it just yet, so we'll leave you in our custody for now. Have we got... let him rot for now. And then we'll sort him out soon. We'll see if we can send him to the Night's Watch. I like to reinforce the Night's Watch. At the age of 6, your daughter, Jonquil Sevenstar, died of Grey Plague. No! Oh my god, it is spread. Please don't let our son get it. Please don't let our son get it. I have minimised the amount of work I need to do each day by delegating most of my workload onto my courtiers. It works for me. Plus 10 prestige, but it upsets some of our courtiers. Garibold Rook died of the Grey Plague at age 12. Sarah Longthorpe died of the Grey Plague. And then obviously our daughter Jonquil Sevenstar. That's another child lost. 2 stillborns and 1 from the plague. The plague is spreading like mad. Our son, you know what, if Lister gets it, I literally give up with this game if our son ends up getting the Grey Plague. Oh, we've actually just got into a battle with a Stormlander army, but they've chose the army led by Benfrey Highstar, Benfrey Lancer, so obviously they've got no chance of winning that. I'd be very, very surprised if they manage to force back Benfrey Lancer. Then let's do another assault. Perfect, that puts us on 54. And we've captured a random person. Our charity work is going really well in Sevensport as well. Just got to get Darry under siege a bit more. We've got 33,000 men here now. Let's let him rot for now. 33,000 combined. March on to Stilfen. Get rid of that armour. Lift the siege. This armour, can we march you down to Turnbridge? Get that under siege. This army here, march onto the God's Fort. And this army, march on to Butterwell. Let's get all these lands under control. I'm really worried about that Grey Plague now. And this army, if we can now just disband it, perfect. Took a bit of a penalty there, but it doesn't matter. Once we get this under siege and get Stilfen under siege, hopefully we're about there. We're at 86%. Battle of Stilfen, still 86%, but we can get this under siege. Wow, that's pretty well defended. Timon the Black accepted Lord Ben of Hammerhall's peace offer. Okay. We've got an honorary special position to give away. What have we got? The King's Justice. We will give that to... let's give it to you, Quincy of Drakkar, whoever you are. We've also got a commander position. Donald Crown has locked himself away, that's why. Let's go with Kristen Creed then instead. Can we attempt an assault there? Can we attempt an assault? Yeah, I doubt it's very well defended, so yeah, we can go straight through it. Perfect. And let's go for an assault again. Perfect. 95%. Can we assault Stilfen yet? We've got 33,000 men, so we should be able to take it. 99%. Perfect. One more siege, and we've won the war. So let's go for that. Can we attempt an assault, please? Done. That was a very easy war. The Stormlands are nothing compared to Andalia. Enforced demands. The Andalia war for the Lordship of Kennet, Lordship of Harroway's Town, has ended. Queen Lyanna of Andalia has won. We successfully seized the High Lordship of the Trident. Okay, we actually managed to take it after defeating Storm Queen Sarissa Durandon of the Stormlands. Shall this territory be attached to the personal domains of Sevensport, or shall Lord Albert Viprin be confirmed as its rightful holder to ensure stability? Well, we already have Viprins. Oh no, we don't have Viprins in Snakewood anymore, it would seem, which is weird. So you can swear fealty to me then. We successfully seized the Lordship of Harroway's Town. Who rules in Harroway's Town? A randomer, so we'll take it for ourselves. And Kennet is a Dondarian, so I'm definitely going to keep that for us. Oh, we took Turnbridge with it. I was not expecting to get Turnbridge. I didn't realise that he has the High Lordship of Riverrun. The wars between the great powers of Andalia have subsided for now. I don't really want Deddington. We don't want that at all, so we could grant her independence. I don't want that land. Turnbridge isn't too bad as we're still north of that river. And Kennet we wanted. Who's in charge of Turnbridge? Some randomers. We've got some random houses to get. Let's disband all of these. Oh god, no. Let's you must march where you're marching. You stay where you are. You just march there. You just... Oh, just go to where you're going, and you need to come back to Harroway's Town. Right, oh god, who do we give these lands to now? Turnbridge is half decent. Connect's pretty decent. Harroway's Town's very decent. I'm going to give... Let's have a look. I'm going to give High Oak Harroway's Town, I think. If I can find him. He's in here somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, Lord High Oak? Are you right down near the bottom? Trust you to be right. Oh, no, you're not at the bottom. Okay, so where are you? You're in here somewhere. You should be in here somewhere. There you are. Roland High Oak. Grant the landed title Lordship of Harroway's Town, including the lower titles. Perfect. I think I'll transfer you. Can I transfer vassalage to you? I don't think I can unless you're a High Lord. No, we can't. I was going to send over salt pans to you, but I think we need to create the High Lordship first. Got these random houses I don't want. Got Maidstone still, though, haven't we? We've House Stoke. We've also in Stilford got House Green Hollow. In Blue Fork we have House Dirt. Red Fork, the Viperins, another High Lord. We need to disband our armies, and I want to see what our next child is going to be as well. So I want to get that done before the end of this episode. So we're just going to forward along. And at the age of 0, your subject, Duncan Sevenstar, died stillborn. A blue star, okay. Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted the lordship of Harroway's Town to Lord Roland High Oak. Oh, just do one, Hilario, please. The war has ended. Do you wish to reappoint the old council? Yes, I'll reappoint the old council. Right, when is everyone going to reach where they want to go so we can disband our armies? We can disband this 30,000 men now without losing it. Disband. Disband. We can disband you as well now. Perfect. We'll disband you as well, 11,000 men. We'll disband you, 11,000 men. And we'll disband you, 17,000 men. Is everyone from North Andalia disbanded? Yes, they are. At the age of 17, your nephew, Humphrey Mudd, died of the Grey Plague. Yorick Templeton is now known as the Canid. Okay. How is the Grey Plague going now? The Grey Plague is really... Oh no, it's not spread much further. It's gone into Seaguard and Oldstones now and killed a Mudd. I'm really worried about the repercussions of the Grey Plague and how much damage it's going to do to us. I don't want Dragon Riders. Go away. Lord Yorick of Redfort has formed an alliance with Lord Alec the Reluctant. Okay. We do now have all of our southern lands that we want, though. We could take Riverrun, but I don't really want to go to war with the Lannisters to take it. So for now, it can stay independent. I don't want to get rid of this random bit of land here. I don't want it. Lord Adron of Oldcastle died of the Grey Plague. Oh, what a shame. Never mind, eh? I don't like this guy. Lord Jonas of Oldcastle is inherited. Nothing really impressive about him, but his brother, Sir Erman, is very good. It's a shame that he's not Lord. It would be good if he was the Lord. Just realised how much prestige we've got and how much money we're still making. Damon Richards has died a natural death at the age of 57. Queen Lyanna, after listening to the advice of a group of my bannermen, yeah, I see, it's fine. If you want to give away stuff, you do that. Your Grace, I've collected an ample tax revenue in Sevensport. The money should reach you soon with this letter. 100 gold, nearly awesome. At the age of 37, your subject, Corella Wainwood, died of poor health. My god, everyone is dropping like flies at the minute. And we have a regent, so our child is about to be born. Please be a son. Please be a son. Wow, what's going on in the Stormlands? Are people rebelling once more, it would seem? And we've got a child lacking an education focus. Rennie of Andalia. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go with pride. Why not? Right, so what's going on in this war down here? Oh, the Westerlands are at war with the Stormlands. Attacking Storm Queen Sarissa of the Stormlands in High King Willard claim on Grassy Vale. Where's Grassy Vale? Not sure where it is. I'm guessing is it this land around here? Yes, it is. So he's going to try and expand into the Stormlands. Interesting that they're both at war with each other. Oris Vakar has had eruption removed from their treasury. That's fine. Another child lacking an education focus. Roman Sevenstar, our nephew. Intrigue. Very good at intrigue. Let's continue to forward until we get our child born and then we can end the episode. Karina Aaron has had Talon removed from their treasury. She died of a disagreement with Emil. Did she have a child before? Is there still... Yes, there is an Aaron Lord Only one. This is the last Arryn again. The Arryns don't seem to want to stick around, do they? This is the last Arryn, a 2-year-old. He did have a sibling. Oh, it was a bastard though who died. So the Arryns are back down to 1 member. They get 2 members for a while, and now they've nearly died out. House Arryn could soon be completely dead then and completely died out. It's a shame we weren't going further south, as we could have took more land. What have we got? We've got a son! Oh yes, is he stillborn? No, he's not. We've had a son. A son was born to Queen Lyanna, the Kingslayer, and High King Ambrose of Andalia, named... We haven't had one for a while, so he will be a Enger 7-star. Perfect. And with that, we will end this week's episode, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really hope that you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below. And Roland Royce has also just died, it would seem, has he died of the Grey Plague? No compilations related to gout, but yes, hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode. It was a cold day as rain poured outside the Castle of Heartsholme as Daenys Corbury sat in his solar looking over various maps and letters. The castle was quiet, with only a small group of servants staying behind as the army had marched on to Northweald. The castle of Coldwater Burn had now fallen, and with it Lady Coldwater's days as a High Lady of Northweald. As part of her terms of surrender, she had been made to give up that title and hand it to Daenys. In return, she would be allowed to keep her castle as a loyal vassal of House Corbury. Although Daenys was on the Queen's Council and had performed many tasks on her behalf, he could not accept her demand to end the war. He knew it was a toothless claim. The realm was recovering from war, and the Queen needed to keep those on her council loyal to her. Queen Lyanna had gone to war yet again, this time against the Ironborn on Flint's Finger, where men had flocked to her banner hoping to be granted these newly conquered lands. Daenys did not need to be granted anything. He would take what he thought he and his family were owed, with his wit and force of arms if need be. He had done so with Darkmoor, and now with the Northweald. His power was growing, so too his influence with Lyanna. His reveal of the great statue he'd had built of her in Sevensport now had the young queen eating out of his hand. He knew, as naive as she was, she'd never doubt his loyalty or commitment to her, and all the while he was plotting and gaining support for his wife's and children's claim upon the entire Vale. The Corburys had been kings in Westeros before the Seven Stars even landed. Although many looked to Benfrey Highstar as a leader in the Vale, Daenys would not follow this bastard Lord of the Eyrie. However, the second King Aengar's number of bastards would come to serve Lord Daenys, as his wife, another bastard of the late kings, now had claims in Andalia and the Vale, meaning that if he played his cards right, with a bit of luck, his children and grandchildren could rule the land once held by the Arryn kings. The eyes of the kingdom were on the west and the newly conquered Ironborn, which gave Daenys the opportunity to thrive and carve a better lot for his house, as long as Benfrey Snow did not interfere until it was too late. Many of the plans made by Daenys were coming to fruition, and he hoped that they wouldn't crumble before his eyes.